Greetings, you people. Hello, my king. How is it going and how is it been? This is Briarstone bringing you more Hearthstone, and we're about to play a good match with a Paladino. Indeed, we are. What's the name of that Paladino deck? It's called I'm a Dick. It's the one right in the middle there. And it's named appropriately. I pretty much have an answer to what most decks can throw at me. I have, I think, honestly, on average, an 80% win chance with this deck, and I feel very strong. So let's have a good game, shall we? Let's play ranked. And, yeah, I'm still getting used to this deck. I created it not too long ago. And I will show you the cards afterward, and I'll give you a bit of an idea why I picked them. But first things first. We're going to see how it functions. How does it play on the battlefield? That is the Hearthstone battlefield. And what particular hero am I going up against? We're going to find out. Yes, indeed we are. It's going to be
Uther versus Garrosh.
Alright then.
Victory or death.
Now Garrosh has the ability to really screw me over. I will fight with honor. Well, Uther will, I won't. We don't technically need both of these currently. We need more minions. Please give me a couple of minions. You could probably see a little synergy all of a sudden. Equality, you know, that's a good card, but I have a combo with that card. Equality plus Consecrate.
Job's done.
And, I don't know if you've ever been hit with an Equality plus Consecrate, but it's devastating. It is devastating. It's probably the most powerful area of effect. Sweeper, basically. Minion sweeper. Just get it off the board. Really, really good. I have had a game where a druid popped down a couple of molten giants, right? Because he could do that. They cost 0 at the time. He had 5 health left. He popped down a couple of molten giants and he put literally the taunt in between them. So I'm like, well shit, GG. And then I drew my Consecrate. I already had my Equality. I'm like, oh, well, maybe not. Obliteration! And that was the end of that game. But yeah, lots of fun. Let's see. Now, how do I want to play this? I would like to do it like this.
Not on my watch.
Indeed. Like so. Now, honestly, when I was naming this deck, when I called it I'm a Dick, I named it so because of Divine Shields. Divine Shields are kind of annoying, to say the least. And you're probably wondering right now, like, hey, Briarstone, why didn't you play your Sword of Justice? Why rush it? It's okay. I'm trying to, really, right now, I'm trying to decide whether or not I would like him to smooth either my Sword of Justice or my Silver Champion. I'm thinking I would rather him smooth my True Silver Champion. Because this deck is primarily based off of minions. I need minions. So what I'm going to do currently is I'm going to use up all of my mana. And I am going to hold on to my 4-2 just to see what he plays in turn. Or go ahead and get the uses out of it. No, we're going to hold on to it. If it gets smoothed, I will be sad. We will move on. And what's your name? Atlee. Atlee. That's what we're playing against. Atlee, the barbarian-looking warrior person type. He's probably a warrior in real life. That's an interesting card. Makes me really thankful that I have a true silver champion. Now, what can I do here? I could, obviously, whack him and then kill him off. That's something. That's certainly something. However, I could also Equality and then whack him. I don't like either one of those options, to tell you the truth.
I wonder.
Now I could Blessing of Kings, that, and then hit him in the face. Seems like a waste of a card, though. I feel like I have to get that Yeti off the field. I feel like I have to get that Yeti off the field.
Let me think.
How am I going to do it? Now, if I do this, it would technically be card for card. Because I could kill him off, to which in turn he could execute my guy.
Move quickly. Let me think.
And then I can drop. You know what? That sounds good. Kings it. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Bam. And I'm going to go ahead and hit you in the face because I have another true silver champion on the way. Now you can execute that 5-1 if you so desire, or you can silence it. See what happens. I highly doubt you want to use a weapon on it. Because while you may kill it, you'll still take 5 damage back. Depending on what weapon you use. You could armor up and technically only take 3 damage back.
I wonder.
Me too. I wonder. Got that execute out. I am actually very happy about that. I don't like the executes. Well, this is excellent because now I can drop my Taunt Divine Shield, whack him in the face, and end my turn.
For justice.
Truth is my shield.
Excellent. And that is that. I am currently on the shallow end of the health pool. I'm a couple of points below him. However, I have a minion on the field and he does not. And I have the ability to keep that minion alive. And he doesn't have the means to kill it. Currently. Also, what's fun is I can pop out one of these bastards and give it Divine Shield and then drop my Blood Knight. And I'm going to have a very massive army very fast.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
That's a very interesting play. What do I want to do with that? I could kill it off. I certainly could. In a couple of ways. If I use my True Serval Champion, then bump it. Or use this and... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Use this instead.
I wonder.
Okay, so if I pop this down, whack him, fight him, kill him off, put a bubble back on him, and then Blood Knight. That would be probably the most annoying thing I can do. Probably. Probably. But what do I want to do first is I want to make sure I do it this way. I have to do it in the proper order, otherwise it's going to really suck. So let's do this. And we're going to whack him first. Whack. There we go. We take minimal damage.
Justice shall
Bam.
prevail.
And then we do this, which I know is annoying. Very, very annoying. And we do this. Now we have a 7-7. A 4-5 and a 7-7. I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. Still have a taunt that is untouched on the field. He is less 1 execute. Now, the crappy part is that I don't have any minions in my hand currently. I have 2 equalities and a True Silver Champion, which is not going to help me with my, well, my 1-3.
I wonder.
My Sword of Justice. Sword of Justicino for my Paladino. Uther versus a Shaky in the Boots Garrosh. Maybe. He could have a brawl. That would suck. If he has a brawl, he just made his chances better. What is he going to do? Actually, you can't brawl, because a brawl is a 5 mana cost. That's interesting. Okay, so 2 for 1. That's brilliant. I could not have... Oh. Now, here's the thing. I could put it on... You know what? Damn straight I am. I just shut that card down. So if he takes a little damage, he attacks. Gives me a card. He attacks again. Gives me a card. Kind of lovely, that. So I'm going to do this.
Reporting for duty.
And I'm going for face. Later. Give me some cards, sir. It will be brilliant of you. Unless, of course, he just crashes face first into my 7-7. Which is fine. I'll still get a card from it. Boo-doo-doo. Like I said, this deck is appropriately named. Because I literally just shut down all of his uses for that 3-3. He could silence it. Be my guest. Oh, man, that's so annoying. I would hate to be me right now. Oh, wait. I am. I am me. Alright. I'm trying to get ready also for this whole Friday night versus Quill thing. Quill is just ridiculous when it comes to any type of strategy game. It annoys the hell out of me. Alright, go ahead and crash him into the 7-7. You know you want to. Or, you're giving me a card. Alright, you're going to go for maximum usage. Alright, that's fine. Maximum usage also gives me... Well, it gives me 2 cards. Brilliant, that. I like it. Good job. Battle Rage, so he gets a couple cards. I got a couple cards. Even trade, I like it. Armor up, probably. Unless he's going to drop something. Oh, he's going to brawl it. Oh my. Really? Really? Son of a bitch. Nice job, guy. Nice job. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to kill that card. I want to have all of my damn... you bastard. Well played. How about this? We put this down. And since he's going to die next turn regardless of anything I do,
Follow the rule.
we're going to give him minimal damage. And we are going to protect our investment. And after that, perhaps one of these.
Reporting for duty.
Good enough. He's going to die no matter what he does. At least I'll get one more card out of it. And again, I'm out of minions. I hate that fact. I hate it when I'm out of minions. That brawl. I hate that. I had a 50-50 chance of coming out of it on the plus side, but it did not happen that way.
Charge!
Alright then, now what? Got some charged minions coming. Yes? Maybe? There goes that. And my card draw, please. Which is nice. I like that card. We'll accept that card. Now what? Now what? It's gotta be 3 or less attack.
Bingo!
That works. That will definitely do it. And it's a taunt. That's annoying. I'll have to clear that. I'm so going to have to clear that. Cleave, alright then. Oh, look, a hand of protection. Like I said, I'm a dick. Alright then, I am going to do what? I am going to... I'm going to protect you again, I think. Wait, let me think this through. If I protect him, I go bang, he's dead. And I use my sword, and bang, he's dead. And I have a little bit left over to charge him up majorly. That's an idea. I don't exactly know if it's a good idea, but it is an idea.
Let me think.
Also keeps him the healthiest and without damage. Alright then, let's do that. There's that. And I am going to do this. I think I want to take the least amount of damage. So it's going to be my face versus their charge. I like that. And we're not going to throw the kings on. We're not going to throw the kings on because I won't be able to use them until next turn. And the last thing I want him to do is die with the kings on. Let's see. I can pop out another one of these.
Reporting for justice.
Kill that. Which also heals me a little bit. Well, not technically, because I took 2 more damage. But basically, I took no damage this turn.
Must move quickly.
In a turn that would normally have cost me some damage. And he has no minions on the field. Alright, and I have no minions in hand. This sucks. I'm almost out of coffee. That also sucks. What now? Mr. Etley. Garrosh. Etley warrior person. Well, that does suck. However, your minions now cost more, and I have an equality, which is going to really piss you off. Throw out more things. More big things. More big things. Go ahead, do it. No, that's not a big thing. That's not a big thing. Put your big thing on the table. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do to you now? I am thinking I could equality and consecrate, but that seems like a waste. I mean, currently I could take some amount of damage from him. Actually, I could take a shit ton of damage from him. It depends on what spells he has. He could have the 0 cost to bump him up to a 9, and then the plus 3/3. You know what? I have to get that off the field. I have to get that off the field. Have to. So, what we're going to do is saw the top of your head off and riddle around in there with a stick. Let's see. So if I did it this way,
Let me think.
like that, that's helpful.
Battle.
Whack-a-diddle. Then I could Kings him again and get my health back. And... yes. I still have my Equality Consecrate combo. I have an 8-5 on the field. And I want to keep my weapon. Yep, keep my weapon. There's no sense to actually hit him with it because, well, there's no lethal to be dealt. And I want the use of my weapon. Unless, of course, it gets smooth now because he has a smooth. Could happen. Slam. Execute. Damn it! Really? No. Well, you're not going to take the 8 damage, though, are you? Because if you do... GG? He is. Oh, I guess he can armor up. That's something. Now, he has 7, currently. What does that mean I can do? I have 4, 5, 6, 7. GG. Well played.
Well played. To battle.
Bam.
For justice.
And bam. Later, beta. Yes. Perfectly done. I'm a dick. If there's anything about this video that you did indeed enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content such as this. More of all the things I end up doing. And, yeah. Have a good day, have a good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Briarstone signing out. Actually, no, sorry. I can't sign out yet. I have to show you my deck. I told you I was going to show you my deck, and I'm literally trying to be a dick this morning. It's like, hey, I'll show you my deck afterwards. No, I won't. 1 sec. There it is. This is the deck of awesome. So, I have 2 Blessings of Wisdom, and honestly, the only time I really ever use my Blessings of Wisdom is to shut down the enemy's minion, basically. I put my Blessing of Wisdom onto their minion to make it so they don't really want to use that minion. Also, hopefully, they don't kill their own minion, and I get some cards out of it. That's the great thing. Hand of Protection, I have 2 of them. It looks like I only have 1, but I have 2 of them because one's a gold card, and I only have 1 gold card of it. And, gold cards are pretty, so I put 1 in there. Anyway, so there's that. Hand of Protection, pretty simplistic, adds a Divine Shield, and it is very helpful whenever you want to do some minion removal without taking any damage, especially as you saw against a warrior, because if you take a little damage, you can also execute your card. So that's something. Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice is excellent for keeping, again, no damage to your minion while inflicting damage upon their minion. And it's only 2 damage, mind you. But it works in this deck very, very well for keeping, say, for instance, my 1/1 on the board, and say I want to Kings it later. Argent Squire, very, very good card. 1 casting cost, Divine Shield. Really, really annoying to all classes to try to remove it, including a mage. Even though they can ping it, doesn't matter. They have to use 2 pings to get rid of it. Equality. Now that is the card that I was talking about that actually reduces all the minions' health down to 1. That comboed with the Consecrate really, really, really does a shit ton of damage overall. Or at least, it demoralizes your opponent very, very well. Argent Protector, again, Divine Shield, plus you get a 2/2 out of it. Again, it's just one of the no-brainers there for me. Sun Fury Protector, I only have 1, and I would like to have 2, honestly. To be honest, I would like to have 2, but I only have 1 currently. And that's just to make sure that I get some taunt on the field, if it comes to that. It usually doesn't come to that. I usually have an answer for everything they end up doing before it ever actually gets to the point where I say, I need a taunt, but I don't really need it. Sword of Justice, self-explanatory, gives 1/1. And loses a durability. Also, if you want to attack for 1 damage, it is there for that. Sometimes strategy calls for it. Divine Favor. Now, this I have used a couple of times, and it's one of those cards that Quill hates because several times I'll get that draw, that clutch draw, and I have like 1 card, and he'll have like 5, and I'll toss that card up there and even the playing field a bit more. Aldor Peacekeeper. Lovely card, very annoying to your opponent. It reduces their minion's attack to 1. They can have a really, really fat minion with only 1 damage. That's super annoying. Unless, of course, it gets turned into a taunt later. Then it's annoying to me. Blood Knight takes away all the Divine Shields, but he becomes really huge really fast. Now, that's kind of important because, especially when you're fighting people like a rogue, for instance, having that, tossing that out seems to be really, really helpful because it's scary. And you may get those big cards out of their hand, those scary cards, like an Assassinate, to continue with the rogue idea. The Assassinate, get that out of their hand. And you want to do that because, well, down at the bottom I have a Tyrian Fordring. I don't want that to be assassinated. That's a very, very good card. Also, Silence. I would rather them use a silence on the Blood Knight than on my Tyrian Fordring. Much, much rather them use a silence on the Blood Knight than on my Tyrian Fordring. Alright, so you have a true silver champion. You saw that. That's pretty good. It's 4-2. Gives me 2 health when I attack with it. And Blessings of Kings, it's kind of needed. It's one of the essential cards for a Paladin, in my opinion. Why they are also feared. That plus a Blessed Champion. Now, mind you, if you have a nice minion on the field already, and you get to, at right around 9 mana, toss a Blessing of Kings and then a Blessed Champion. That's a huge, huge minion. There's a lot of capability here to make huge minions and to really screw your opponent over. Consecrate, as I mentioned, is really, really great combined, or comboed, I should say, with the equality. Nice and fine. Avenging Wrath, it's for basically when it's in your hand, you're like, hey, you know what, I want to sweep some minions, possibly, do some damage without taking any damage myself. It's basically just an extra consecration, in my opinion, without the, it's got a random factor, so it's not as stable when it comes to damage. It goes everywhere. But still pretty good, I find. I've used it several times, and it tends to work out. Argent Commander. Argent Commander I like to have for a number of different reasons. A, it's charge plus Divine Shield. It's really good for minion removal. Also, because it's a 6 casting cost, at 10 mana, you can also toss on a Blessings of Kings if you have one remaining. You Argent Commander plus Blessings of King, and what you end up having, and let me do the math, is an 8/6 with charge and Divine Shield. Scary, that. Sunwalker, it's basically my only taunt besides Tyrian Fordring, and Sunwalker I like to throw out early before my Tyrian Fordring if I get the chance, so that it can also be get the blunt end of the silences or the assassinates and such, card removal anyway. Very, very good. And that's it, that's all. So, you pretty much see that deck, you know that strategy for that deck. You can feel free to copy that deck, play it out, and let me know how it ends up doing you. And that's it, I guess. Have a good day, have a good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Briarstone, signing out. Hey, myself a cup of java, and I'm gonna heal you. And you can say thank you. It'll be fine. Ungrateful ass. Alright, fine. Be that way, Kingsley. God damn it, Kingsley. What do you got? It's a Zartan Scrub. No? That's a very interesting card. It is actually worth destroying, so I'll do it. This is our town, Scrub. Yeah, beat it. You gotta have that in there somewhere. If my lips get a little orangey, it's because I got palm oil
The light
in my
protects me.
coffee. A 1-1.